202 from the Presbytery of Great Chowder, Boston.
Thank you for that introduction. I am Richard Brondyke, pastor from Boston Presbytery, Overture Advocate, speaking on our concurrence with the Mississippi Overture. It has been repeatedly suggested that the rationale for writing a new form of government is to help the church be more missional. I am all for that. This denomination and local judicatories and churches have struggled to fully engage the world around us with the message of the gospel. We are all interested in becoming more missional. But I have two questions. First is, in what way is the current book preventing us from being missional now? I've been the pastor of our congregation for 23 years under the current Book of Order. During that time, we've developed a clothing ministry that is known all over the city, and participated in helping the ecumenical shelter in the city, avid supporters of another shelter for women and children, have encouraged a city feeding program for the homeless, supported a Protestant chaplaincy in the city hospital, developed Alpha, English as a second language programs, a food pantry. We host and work with 8 AA meetings every week in our church building. We have sent several mission trips to Guatemala in recent years, and youth group mission trips to North Carolina, Mexico, and the Gulf Coast for the last 2 years. We have begun a seniors program and a mothers of preschool program, and we did it with the current Book of Order. In our presbytery, we've developed in recent years a dynamic lay training center to equip lay people for helping plant immigrant churches in the ever-changing culture of Boston. We've supported churches sending mission teams to Guatemala and Nicaragua, Brazil, and Mozambique. Churches work with the incredibly dynamic Emmanuel Gospel Center that for years has made a large impact in ethnic ministry in the city. We support Roxbury Presbyterian Church in its social impact center with at-risk kids in one of the toughest areas. We've started a Korean church, a Hispanic church, a Taiwanese church, a Brazilian fellowship, and are currently working with the Ghanaian fellowship. We support and encourage one of our smallest churches that has developed a day center for homeless. Somehow, the current Book of Order has not hindered us. How does this new book then secondly help us be more missional? What is inherently missional about it, this new form of government? Missions begins not in a Book of Order, but in a living relationship with Christ that is empowered by the Holy Spirit that drives us out into the world in love. But a Book of Order is not well thought out, could actually hinder mission. We've heard about presbyteries in confusion and some in turmoil. To throw such a significant change, improperly prepared at best, into the current denominational tensions is like throwing a lit match into a fireworks factory and imagining that it will not cause any damage. The mission of the church will be hindered rather than helped. Further, the sheer volume of work and expense will divert us from tasks of social justice and evangelism as we spend enormous efforts and expense in presbytery after presbytery writing manuals for CONs and CPMs and other things, often in presbyteries like ours that are small and don't have the resources to easily do the work. And then will come the amendments and litigation that for 10 years or more will tie up presbyteries, general assemblies, and judicial commissions and divert us away from carrying out Christ's mission in a time when the church is struggling to be missional. In Boston Presbytery, we don't agree about many things, but we agreed about this.